The Enchanted Realm, The Journey of Alara and the Heartstone. Chapter 1. The Village of Miraton. Nestled in a verdant valley surrounded by towering mountains, the village of Miraton was a place of peace and simplicity. The villagers lived in harmony with nature, their lives intertwined with the rhythm of the seasons and the whisper of the wind. They tended to their fields, cared for their animals, and gathered in the village square to share stories and celebrate festivals. Among the villagers was a young girl named Alara. With her bright eyes and curious mind, Alara stood out as someone destined for something greater. She was known for her love of exploring the woods and hills that surrounded Miraton, always searching for new adventures and hidden treasures. Alara lived with her parents, Aiden and Leora, in a cozy cottage on the edge of the village. Aiden was a skilled blacksmith, his hands capable of crafting the finest tools and weapons, while Leora was a healer, her knowledge of herbs and potions unmatched. Together, they provided for the village and their daughter, nurturing her inquisitive spirit. One crisp autumn morning, as Alara was wandering through the forest, she stumbled upon an old weathered map hidden in the hollow of an ancient oak tree. The map depicted a journey through treacherous lands, leading to a place marked with a mysterious symbol. Intrigued, Alara hurried back to Miraton, eager to show her discovery to her parents. Aiden and Leora examined the map, their expressions a mix of curiosity and concern. "This is no ordinary map," Aiden said, tracing the lines with his calloused fingers. "It speaks of a legendary artifact known as the Heartstone, said to possess great power and hidden deep within the mountains." Leora nodded, her brow furrowed. "The Heartstone is a powerful relic, Alara. It is said to have the ability to heal any wound and bring peace to troubled lands. But the journey to find it is fraught with danger." Alara's eyes sparkled with determination. "I want to find it. I believe it is my destiny." Her parents exchanged a worried glance, but knew better than to try to dissuade their daughter. "If you are truly determined," Aiden said, "then you must gather companions who can help you on this quest. You cannot do it alone." With her parents' blessing, Alara set out to assemble a team of trusted friends who would accompany her on the perilous journey to find the Heartstone. Chapter 2. Assembling the team. Alara's first stop was the village square, where she found her best friend, Arik. Arik was a brilliant young inventor, known for his ingenious creations and quick thinking. He had a knack for solving problems and a heart full of courage. "Arik!" Alara called out, holding up the map. "I need your help. I found something incredible." Arik's eyes widened as he examined the map. "The Heartstone? This is amazing. Of course I'll help you, Alara. We'll need all the help we can get." Next, they visited Kale, the village's most skilled hunter. Kale was a master of tracking and survival, his keen senses honed from years spent in the wild. He was known for his loyalty and bravery. "Kyle," Alara said, "we're embarking on a quest to find the Heartstone. Will you join us?" Kale nodded without hesitation. "I've heard stories of the Heartstone all my life. It would be an honor to join you." Their final stop was the home of Mira, a talented mage who lived on the outskirts of the village. Mira's knowledge of magic and the arcane was unparalleled, and her wisdom was sought by many. "Mira," Alara began, "we need your magic. Will you come with us?" Mira studied the map, her eyes glinting with interest. "The Heartstone is a powerful artifact. If it truly exists, we must ensure it does not fall into the wrong hands. I will join you." With their team assembled, Alara, Arik, Kale, and Mira prepared for their journey. They gathered supplies, said their goodbyes, and set out into the unknown, determined to find the Heartstone and bring its power to Miraton. Chapter 3. Into the Wilderness. The journey began with a sense of excitement and anticipation. The companions traveled through dense forests and across rolling hills, their spirits high and their determination unwavering. They encountered the beauty of the land, from crystal-clear streams to fields of wildflowers, each moment a reminder of what they were fighting to protect. However, the journey was not without its challenges. As they ventured deeper into the wilderness, they faced treacherous terrain and unpredictable weather. The nights were cold and the days were long, but the companions supported each other, their bond growing stronger with each passing day. One evening, as they were setting up camp, they heard a rustling in the bushes. Kale immediately drew his bow, ready to defend his friends. A figure emerged from the shadows, a tall, cloaked stranger with piercing eyes. "Who are you?" Kale demanded, his arrow trained on the newcomer. The stranger raised his hands in a gesture of peace. "I mean you no harm. My name is Thorn, and I am a wanderer of these lands. I have been following your journey and believe we share a common goal." Alara stepped forward, her curiosity piqued. "What do you know of our quest?" Thorn lowered his hood, revealing a weathered face marked by years of travel. "I have heard of the Heartstone and the dangers that surround it. I wish to join you on your journey. My knowledge of these lands and my skills in combat could prove valuable." The companions exchanged glances, weighing the stranger's words. Finally, Alara spoke. "If you truly wish to help us, then we welcome you, Thorn. But know this, our trust must be earned." Thorn nodded solemnly. "I understand. You will not regret this decision." With Thorn now part of their group, the companions continued their journey, facing new challenges and forging deeper bonds of friendship and trust. Chapter 4. The Trials of the Mountains. As they approached the towering mountains that loomed in the distance, the companions knew they were entering the most dangerous part of their journey. The map indicated that the Heartstone was hidden deep within the mountains, in a place known as the Cavern of Echoes. The path up the mountain was steep and treacherous, with loose rocks and narrow ledges. The air grew thinner, and the temperature dropped, but the companions pressed on, determined to reach their destination. One afternoon, as they were climbing a particularly steep section, a sudden rock slide sent boulders tumbling down the mountainside. Kale, quick on his feet, pushed Ilara out of the way just in time. "We must be more careful," he warned. "The mountain is testing us." As they climbed higher, they encountered their first trial, a narrow bridge made of ancient weathered wood spanning a deep chasm. The bridge swayed precariously in the wind, and below, the chasm seemed to stretch into darkness. "We have no choice but to cross," Arik said, eyeing the bridge warily. One by one, they crossed the bridge, their hearts pounding with each step. Ilara was the last to cross, her breath catching as the wood creaked beneath her weight. Just as she reached the other side, a gust of wind nearly swept her off her feet, but Kale's strong hand pulled her to safety. Their next trial came in the form of a fierce blizzard. The wind howled and snow swirled around them, obscuring their vision and making every step a struggle. Mira used her magic to create a protective barrier, shielding them from the worst of the storm. But it was clear that the mountain was not going to make their journey easy. After days of battling the elements, they finally reached the entrance to the Cavern of Echoes. The cavern was dark and foreboding, its entrance a gaping maw that seemed to swallow the light. "Are we ready for this?" Ilara asked, looking at her companions. Thorn nodded. "We have come this far. We cannot turn back now." With a deep breath, they stepped into the cavern, their torches casting flickering shadows on the walls. The air was cool and damp, and the sound of dripping water echoed through the tunnels. As they ventured deeper into the cavern, they faced new challenges. Puzzles and traps designed to test their wits and courage. At one point, they came across a series of intricate carvings on the walls, depicting the history of the Heartstone and its guardians. Mira studied the carvings closely. These tell of a final trial, a guardian that protects the Heartstone. We must be prepared for whatever lies ahead. With renewed determination, the companions pressed on, knowing that the Heartstone was within reach and that their greatest challenge was yet to come. Chapter 5. The Guardian of the Heartstone. At the heart of the Cavern of Echoes, the companions found a grand chamber illuminated by the glow of the Heartstone. The Heartstone was a magnificent gem, pulsating with a soft, radiant light that seemed to fill the room with warmth and peace. However, as they approached the Heartstone, a powerful presence made itself known. A towering figure materialized before them, a guardian of ancient magic and formidable strength. The guardian's eyes glowed with an ethereal light, and its voice echoed through the chamber.